Hi, I hope you're well and I hope you're looking after yourself. Well, you join me today. I'm actually standing by the 100-foot drain. And I'm here on a walk with Zephyr because I'm trying to find something that I saw yesterday in a field just over there. But I'll talk to you a little bit about that in a minute. Now, this vlog is all about the River Wissey. So this is the River Wissey, which means that once we've done this river, we will be running out of rivers and tributaries of the Great River Ouse to do. So here is 10 Mile Bank, and here is the Little Ouse where we were last week, and then this is the River Wissey here, all the way. It ends up in Whittington. And before we made our way onto the River Wissey, we needed a little stop at 10 Mile Bank. And if you remember in previous vlogs, when I stayed at 10 Mile Bank, I saw my very first seal, Neil the seal. Well, Neil the seal was back again, and I was hopeful that this time I would be able to catch Neil the seal actually getting out of the water onto the bank, because I've never seen a seal do that before. So let's have a look to see if I managed to get that very film shot. So it was amazing to see Neil the seal, and Neil the seal took so many bobbing attempts, but just how amazing is that creature, honestly. All those common seals are just gorgeous. So then we met my mother-in-law, who we call Nanny Tomo, and she came to join us on our journey down the River Wissey. Now, Nanny Tomo in the early 70s sailed the Atlantic, so she was going to find narrowboating a doddle. And she also brought a little bit of magic with her. And as we cruised along, Nanny Tomo said to me, "Do you see many buzzards here?" And I said, "Well, I haven't."
Oh, that's the buzzard. Where's the buzzard?
Even though the River Wissey runs for 31 miles, you can only navigate 11.2 of those. One of the striking features on this river is the 1925 Wissington sugar beet factory, which you can see here. Now, it could only be accessed by river or railway until 1943, when the first road reaching it was built. Before then, 3 tugs named Hillgate, Littleport and Wissington were used to transport goods from the factory to King's Lynn and coal from King's Lynn to the factory in a fleet of 24 steel barges. In 2007, Wissington also became the site of the UK's first bioethanol power plant, which used the excess heat to run on-site greenhouses, producing 70 million tomatoes each year. That is a lot of ketchup. So Nanny Tomo brought lots of magic with her. She brought the speckled bush cricket, the buzzards, the kingfishers, and she made all the red wine on the boat disappear. Clever that. So actually it's this field here that yesterday I spotted what I'm actually looking for today, and it's not here yet. Fingers crossed that by the time I've got to the end of these pieces to camera, it will have arrived. The sheep over there look like they're waiting for it as well. Now, one of the other things that we have needed to do on our narrowboat, because we bought Alice Gray second hand, and the previous owners didn't live on Alice Gray, so storage for them wasn't as important as it probably is for us. So one of the things that we are doing slowly is introducing more storage onto the boat. And one of the things we introduced last week was a larder, a cupboard in the kitchen. But it looked quite ugly and we painted it and it still didn't look good. So that's when I came up with the idea of making the otter spotter cupboard. And basically, because I have never seen otter on any of my journeys and I'm starting to think they are fairy tale and don't actually exist, I have painted an otter on the cupboard in the hope that we will spot one and I'll be able to write a date on that cupboard. So what was it that I spotted in this field yesterday? Well, it was one of our winter visitors already, the Hooper swan, looking like it had just arrived and was waiting for the others to join it. So really the arrival of the Hooper swan means the end of summer, which also means it was time to harvest. And I was going to have a go at harvesting the tiny amount that I'd managed to grow on Alice Grace this year. So now it's time for the mindful cruise. I'm going to go and eat my salad now. Look after yourself, take care, and please come and join me next week. Bye! Freckled bush cricket stood on the deck as the narrowboat went on its way. In his knee ears the engine made him shout, "What the heck, I shouldn't be up in the day." The wind blew hello, he went hind over head, somersaulting back to a stand. "My speckly self will be over, I dread, unless I get back to the land." Then a ceiling of glass came down from the sky, and in its interior he saw the galley, dinette, and cabin fly by, until he flew out the bow door. Antennae untwisted, or 6 legs complete, his compound eye took in the view. Parsley, basil, green treat upon treat, well enough for a cricket to chew. Now, cucumber, let's start with you.